Ramadan in Egypt is unlike any other place in the world. From the quiet mornings, the energy before Iftar, to the streets that come alive at night, it's a month that transforms the entire country. Today, I'm going to be taking you through New Cairo to experience a full day of Ramadan in this amazing country.
With Ramadan here, there's no better time to strengthen your family's connection to the Book of Allah. Imagine being able to read and understand the Quran in its original language without relying on translation. Learning Arabic is not just a skill, it's a doorway to a deeper understanding of Allah's words. That's where the sponsor of today's video, Arabic Homeschool, comes in. Arabic Homeschool is an engaging, easy to follow program designed for families with interactive lessons, classical Arabic language exercises, fun games, quizzes, and if you join now, they even have a special module specifically for Ramadan vocabulary. Your children will learn Arabic naturally at their own pace. The Ramadan module is completely free, so click the link in the description and start your Arabic journey today.
During Ramadan, the day doesn't really start until late afternoon. Most people stay up until Fajr, so by the time they wake up around noon, the city is still in slow motion, until around 4 or 5 o'clock. That's when the streets come alive. Food starts flowing, and people give back in a big way. I did want to show you guys the insides of the bigger masajid that actually feed you. And it doesn't matter about the social class. This is usually a bigger masjid, whether if it's in Old Cairo or New Cairo. But you notice a lot of people coming together for Ramadan. I'm talking about Egyptians and non-Egyptians alike. And you see a lot of brothers pull up in cars and they'll give food to the masjid. And then the masjid go ahead and distributes it out to different people. And you know, a lot of times they do this before Iftar. We're making our way to the masjid right now, and the streets are clearing up. We actually cannot get an Uber because, of course, everybody's getting ready to break their fast. So people are rushing home. They're not waiting. You can see cars zooming. So it's actually pretty dangerous at times. So I just made it into like the shopping area, but you can see escalators running. There's nothing going on. It's pretty much empty. So it's about 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes before they call the adhan for Maghrib. So right now it's pretty empty. There's people cleaning and whatnot, but they're preparing. I'm telling you, they're preparing. As soon as people finish eating, you know, they get their little rest in, they're having fun. So it's like a festive vibe you get. And I like it somewhat, you know what I mean, depending on the extent. Oh, snap. So they're calling the adhan now, and I actually need to break my fast. I didn't have no water or anything prepared. So we're walking to the masjid now. They just finished the adhan, but they call their Iqamah right after. They don't give you no time. And you're probably going to hear it in a second. But you see how clear it is? See how empty? And it's funny, you see the brothers, you have people, their families, you know what I mean? They're sitting out, breaking their fast. I'm coming up on the masjid now. It's funny, my legs hurt. But you can see here, you see the Insta shop. By the way, this is like a delivery service. You see here, they stop the motorcycles to run in and pray. That's their Iqamah right there. So we just finished Salat, and a lot of people are heading home, but I'm pretty sure they'll come back out and they'll start hoarding the shopping centers, the malls, you know, even any grass fields, depending on where you are. So it's going to be a huge, you know, festive type of vibe going around. So I'm making my way through the quiet streets. The roads are real peaceful, with only a few distant sounds breaking the silence. Strings of lights wrapped around lampposts, man. It's always a beautiful thing to see how the community comes alive during this time. Every little decoration just adds to the atmosphere. Step by step, I'm making my way to the nearby masjid, hoping to catch a glimpse of what they had prepared for Iftar. I don't think they fed anyone. Oh, they had these goodie bags that they were giving people, but no food. And I'm hungry as ever. And in 20 minutes to 30, I gotta pray a shot. And right after a shot, you got what? Taraweeh. And my phone is about to die, so this microphone about to go out. I need to make my way home to eat and then come back out and hopefully see if I can show y'all guys something. Chances are probably real low of them actually accepting any type of Uber request right now, man. Like, it takes like 20 minutes to walk. If I pick up the pace with my thobe and my little sandals, I might be able to make it like 15 minutes. After heading home and finally getting some food in, Isha rolled around. Streets were packed, the masjids filled with people standing shoulder to shoulder, all here for the same purpose. There's something about praying Taraweeh in Ramadan. It just hits different. With Taraweeh behind us, the night was still in full swing. The streets stayed alive, growing even busier, right up until the call for Fajr. That's Suhoor right there. So I just made it over here to the souk, just like a shopping area, but you can see it's real festive. You got all the decorations. You have, of course, people enjoying themselves, and funny enough, these places stay open. So just say 1 a.m., 2 a.m., and you're trying to get something to eat, you can definitely come out. Everything's open for the most part. Maybe some tech spots might be closed, hair salons, barbershops, but food, they take up this whole area. Even this where I'm sitting at now, this is specifically for Suhoor, right? So these tables go across, like in the middle of the walk path. And they have Suhoor menus right here, which varies actually. This varies from the menu inside. Menu inside, you can get your, sandwiches and stuff like that. But here, it's specific to smaller items where you can have, full, the traditional Egyptian food. So growing up in Egypt, I actually took Ramadan for granted. As I got older, I experienced living in different countries. I realized how unique Ramadan was in Egypt. I know my experience in Turkey, Malaysia, it wasn't as festive. It didn't have that big of an impact on the society from what I saw, right? But in Egypt, it's in everybody's hearts. I mean, they have their decorations. Everybody, are in good spirits for the most part. And they constantly remind you, even if there's a problem in the street, people are frustrated, people are fasting, even the people that are non-Muslims or Christian, Ramadan still has an impact on their lives because it's in society. You can't really avoid it, even if you wanted to. I had to get my natural drink. This is sugarcane here. Really, really good. The one thing I really do appreciate about Egypt is we call it the juice bar, but basically these places here, they sell natural fruit drinks, and you can mix it. You can have anything. I'm talking about orange and strawberry, whatever. But majority of the time, if not all the time, it's fresh juice. They might add a little water, a little sugar, but it's fresh. Another thing that you notice while we're here is that you see a lot of people eating, and it's because they eat out for Suhoor as opposed to Iftar. During Iftar, majority of the time, the places are closed, right? And they'll tell you to come back in like 30 minutes, an hour. So if we go back around the circle around, you'll see the place just getting a lot fuller as it gets closer to, of course, the adhan for Fajr. As the night faded into morning, we closed it out the best way possible in prayer. And that's a wrap for our Ramadan tour. But trust me, we barely scratched the surface of what Ramadan in Egypt has to offer. From hidden gems to unforgettable traditions, there's so much more to experience. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next episode of our Ramadan journey in Egypt.